516. I was just reading some comments on my Gina Warrior of Light channel because I did a video. It was in late morning and it was titled, "Is This Message for You?" And I was reading through some of the comments, and a few of them are very moving, but it just drives home the fact that there are so many broken people in the world. And they're broken in so many different ways. Hey, they're up, Brooks, GR, and Debbie. They're broken in very many different ways. And some are more broken than others. Some are literally shattered to pieces. And they may not know how to put the pieces back together. They may think that I'll never be put back together. I am too shattered. I'm too broken. I will never heal. I will never mend. No one cares about me. No one knows my pain. No one knows my sorrow. No one knows what I've been through. And indeed, truly, you really don't know what each individual goes through, since we perceive things from our own perspective. And even if you were to say the phrase, you don't know because you're not walking in my shoes. And even if you tell somebody, well, I've been in your shoes, I've been there, and I've experienced it. And that may be true, but you may not have experienced it the way that they have. And it could have been almost identical situations, but because of how they are on the inside, you could have had a greater impact, had a greater harm to you than what someone else has. So it is really hard to understand what someone's been through. I mean, you can feel the connection. Hello. You just tuning in, everyone. Welcome. And yeah, I was just reading a long comment. And it's hard for people, listen to me. It's hard to open yourself up and be vulnerable to others. It's extremely, extremely hard because you're putting yourself out there to get hurt again. And that's what happens in the world. Everybody does it at times. But sometimes people only do it just a tad bit and say, I'm not doing it ever again. I'm not going to be open. I'm not going to put myself out there. I'm not going to allow anybody to get closer to me. I do not want to be hurt again because I've been hurt so many times. And then you know what happens? They close themselves up like that. Totally just close themselves up. And it's like their heart has a great big solid steel door, impenetrable. You can't open it. You can't get through it. They close themselves in spiritually and emotionally. And what ends up happening at times, a lot of people who are shattered and broken so much, they literally will physically close themselves in and shut the whole entire world out of the way. Thank you, Boy King. Totally out of the way. They'll shut the whole world. They don't want to see anybody. They don't want to let nobody get close. Because in this cruel world that we're living in, that's how they view it. We live in a very cruel world. People are cruel. And they don't care who they hurt. So that's why people do that. They close up like a clam, just like a clam or an oyster. And you know what's inside of those oysters? Oftentimes there's pearls in there, but it takes a whole lot of effort to open them up and pry them open. But they're just clammed up like that because of what they feel the world has done to them. And it's not everybody in the world that does it. It's just like all it takes is a one bad experience, 2 or 3 bad experiences. And it's really hard to keep pushing back against that. If you've been broken over and over, no, it's really hard to like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to give nobody else no chance. I don't want to get close to nobody. I don't want to. I'm better off by myself. That's what a lot of people say. And I think it's more apparent nowadays. There's a whole lot of brokenness. And there did not used to be a lot of brokenness like there is now. It's because it really truly is like this. The love of most has waxed cold. The love of most has grown cold, if you want to use the proper version. Grown cold on the people. People don't got no love. And it's like, well, nobody ever showed me no love. Nobody ever cared about me. What do I care? What if I care if I hurt their feelings? I'm going to do what I want. Nobody ever cared about me. They didn't step in. They didn't help me. I'm going to do whatever I want, say what I want to say, and get out of the way. Get out of the way. You're on your own. The world literally tells you you're on your own. Nobody cares about you. That's what the world tells. Hey there, Amy Hummy. I need another standard moderator if you don't mind helping Apple Brooks out if she needs it. I think she's pretty cool and pretty good at what she does. She reads all the comments and stuff. Yeah. It's you got that right, Amy. You got to love harder. You got to love harder. And sometimes even when we do that, it don't work. But sometimes it does. And the thing is, are you willing to take that first step? Are you willing to take that leap of faith? Really, it truly is. Are you willing to chance it? It's like when you try at something, trying to fix something, and you can't fix it. So you go back and you try to fix it again, and you can't fix it. And you go back and you try to fix it again. You get a little bit further. It's, do you have the determination to keep on going? And you just truly might, because you see a little bit of progress each time. That's determination. And really that's like, if you just fall down, you pick yourself back and keep going. It's like if you stumble in this life, you get down, you get your knees all skint up, get yourself back up and keep going. Does it hurt? Of course it hurts. Especially if not even a half a mile down this road called life, you fall down and you skin your knees up again, you skin your hands up, but then you pick yourself back up with your scratched up body, your scars, and you just keep going over time. Guess what happens? When they heal stronger. You heal stronger, you do. Scars are a lot thicker. Yeah, you learn to get tough in this world. It's not for everyone. It's not everybody can walk the walk that you're walking and take the journey that your journey is that you're on. They can't. So many are venting and struggling and suffering, and what can you do but lend a helping hand if you're able? It's true, Debbie Gender. It is true. You can lend a helping hand. Some people don't want to do it. They don't say, well, I don't want to be used. I don't want to be used. I don't want people to do me wrong when I want to be helpful. Yeah, be a good listener. And there are some people that don't want you to help them. They don't want you to offer any advice. They want you to be a good listener. I guess like a sounding board. You can be a sounding board. The topic is there's a lot of broken people in this world, and it's growing day by day. It is. And if you say, well, I don't know any broken people, look around. Look around. It's happening all over the world. We're broken. We are broken as a whole. A lot of people's lives have been destroyed. A lot of people's lives are messed up. And as a result, they are messed up. It's hard. It's hard to pull yourself back together when you get broken in two. It's hard to put your life back together when your life gets broken and torn up. It's hard to rebuild when everything that you built got destroyed down to the foundation. It's really hard to pick yourself up, pick your stuff back up, your family and stuff, and rebuild, especially if you've been through a tornado, fires, floods. It's very, very hard, and it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of encouragement from others. It takes God. It does, but you got to keep going. Even though you're broken, what's your only option? Go forward. You do not want to be the one that gives up. I'm sorry, I can't do it no more. I'm giving up. No. See, that's not an option. That's not an option in my book. You don't give up. You keep going despite the hurt. Keep going despite the pain. Keep going despite the unknown. That's when you got to just got to put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking out the door. You go forward, I promise you. One step after the other into the unknown with faith and hope in your heart. a door will open because it's coming from on the inside of here. You think, well, I don't know what's going to happen. It's like you may be saying that, God, I don't know what's going to happen, God, but I'm going to go for it. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know how I'm going to fix this. You just keep going. Keep going. You ain't going to find out if you just sitting there and do nothing. You're not going to find out. And you say, well, nobody will help me. Did you ask for help? Did you ask anybody for help? You can't say nobody will help me if you didn't ask people for help. Well, perhaps you asked the wrong person for help. And the person you you ask, well, they don't help nobody anyway, unless there's something in it for them. It's okay to ask for help, you all. It truly is. There's many people out there that are willing to help others. If it's from God and you feel led to ask somebody for help in your life, no matter what you're going through, it's like in the comments section. I like reading some of the really heartfelt comments because I can feel it. I can feel it deep within my heart when I feel it, because there's that spiritual connection. And that connection comes from God. It truly does. We're part of one great big spiritual family, if you think about it. God's great big family alive. Sometimes that's the only family people have because they're disassociated with their biological families, their main families, their sisters, their brothers, their parents, their cousins, their nieces, their nephews. They don't have no other family. And that may be the case for online. This is the only family I got online. That's the only family I got. Even though you haven't met nobody in purpose, you may, in life, in real life, that may be the only family you have is online. Oh, let me fix you out. I'm going to flip you out, buddy. Boom. I don't have a problem playing moderator. If I see a comment, boom, that's because you're out. You're out. Yeah. Your nephew in-law is a caregiver, and he's off today, but we'll be back in the morning. That's wonderful, Michelle. It really is. Yeah. No, 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 no. No, see, we know what that, oh, Apple Brooks, honey. Let's have it up for Apple Brooks. You can't use those acronyms on here thinking we don't know what your acronyms you mean. No, no, don't be using that stuff like that. Yeah. So there's a lot of broken people, and thank you for those hearts that were flying up the screen. And you may feel all alone, but you're not alone. You're not. And it's good to get the words out. It's good if you can verbally say how you feel. And if you can't verbally say how you feel, journal, write it down. Write a note, write something down on a paper. Just write it out. You get it all out of you. Get it out of you, or talk to God, pray to God. You can do it. You can do it. I am going to go. There's a lot of broken people in this world, a whole lot. And yeah. And my words have stopped, so I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you, and I mean it. From my heart to yours. If I could heal, if I had one wish, you ever think about that? And they said if you were granted 3 wishes, or you had one wish, just one wish that you could wish for, and it would be granted, what would your wish be? You know what I always would wish, if I only had one wish. And you know what my one wish was all the time, and it still is? If everyone had love on the inside of their heart, because it solves everything. That would be my one wish. It wouldn't be for myself. It would be, because I got the love. So if everyone had love on the inside, everyone on the face of the earth, we wouldn't have the problems that we have. It would solve everything, because you wouldn't have all this other stuff, because everybody would be all loving, all kind. They would truly have the fruits of the Spirit. They would. They wouldn't have all that other bad stuff coming out of them. Only good stuff. Only good stuff. And the world would be at peace. It would. So I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. It's 5:30.